Thanks for tuning in to Lab Padre's SpaceX Boca Chica news brief. Wow, this past couple of weeks have been pretty intense, guys. Of course, everyone knows Starship Mk1 disassembled itself fairly rapidly. Well, since that failure, SpaceX has really picked up the pace and ramped up the groundwork. As you know, the Onion tent was taken down recently, supposedly due to a permit expiring. I cannot confirm this, but the chatter in the live stream seems to suggest this is true. We have multiple new smaller tents being erected in the front of the shipyard, as well as the west of the shipyard. Chatter on the net also indicates that they may be setting up additional ring tents for faster production. We shall see. The new bulkhead and jig were also moved out of the elements and into iron hinge. As the work increases, we may actually start to see less of what's going on out there. There's also a ton of earth being moved outside of the Stargate facility. It's hard to say what their plans are, but the complex is definitely expanding. Backtracking a couple of weeks, there were about 65 sea turtles that were found dead on Boca Chica beach. Right away, the SpaceX haters and environmental enthusiasts took to social media and immediately blamed Mk1's blast. It was pretty evident that the nitrogen cloud never came close to the Gulf and dissipated fairly quickly. U.S. Fish and Wildlife contacted me requesting video footage, and after reviewing, they agreed that more than likely it was a coincidence. After further investigation, it seems that illegal gill nets that were found near the mouth of the Rio Grande River are what was the culprit of this sad situation. Most of the carcasses were taken away for necropsies. For SpaceX's sake, let's hope this wasn't the case. Well, after the last pressure test, county deputies seemed to be ramping up security and not allowing people to stop and take pictures near the landing site. They claimed this was for safety, but my guess is they didn't want anybody out there searching for fragments from the blast. They've seemed to scale back this initiative and started to let people park and take photos again. On the real estate front, the deadline for Boca Chica residents has come and gone. As it stands, there's still a handful of residents holding out. I believe it's no longer a matter of how much the property is worth, but rather how much is it worth to SpaceX to boot these people off their property. I don't think that Elon anticipated such a fight from one of the poorest counties in the country. But hey, this is Texas, don't you know? So as much as we wanted to see a launch out here, it's probably going to be a few more months, if not longer, before we see anything like that again. So we'll sit back and watch this thing be built and keep our fingers crossed. One of these days, guys. One of these days. Well, that's about going to do it for today. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for all the subscriptions. Thanks for watching. And until next time, keep rocking it. Lab Padre out.